Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. My name is Snooze. I know it's been a while since we're last here. Man has been busy, so I just wanted to share a few more stuffs here. And like the title of this video says, is why you should invest in Africa. Now, there are many reasons why people should invest in Africa. And looking at the current trend of things, we see a lot of foreigners coming into Africa, investing in Africa. We see China going into Africa. We see the Europeans going into Africa, the United States of America. We see a lot more foreigners coming in, the Lebanese, all going into Africa to invest. And, we don't see a lot of us, a lot of Africans in the diaspora coming in to say, yeah, we are going to invest, back in our home countries. We want to make it better. We want to see development, and this development are being, done by people like us, our own African brothers all over Africa, and this spreads all around the continent. And I kind of want to just share a little light in why, as African people living in the diaspora, doesn't matter if you're living in Europe, you're living in, North America, South America, wherever you are, you can always invest in Africa. And literally, whenever I talk about investing in Africa, a lot of people tell me that, hey, Snooze, why should I have to work my ass off in, the United States and literally have to put in money in a country that has a lot of corruption, a lot of policies that are against business? And I always tell them that you have to reinvest in that country because, for one, is the mentality, your whole mentality, the mentality that this is where I come from. This is literally my home. Like, you don't want your home to look messy, you don't want people to laugh at your house. So basically, as an African person, you want to invest in certain parts of your country that would bring respect to you. It's not all about making money, for example. It could be a form of charity whereby you invest in people's lives to improve them, and you get, dividends in respect for actually, bringing a school, into your own village in Africa, bringing water supply into your own village in Africa, where people can actually, gain from these things, and it wouldn't cost that much to actually do things like that, where our own people do not have to wait and for foreign aid, for them to survive. We can actually create this kind of foreign aids for our own people. And I believe that we should be able to do way more better, to help our people all over the world. Another thing that we also need to consider is the income that this can generate for us. For example, if you were to go into a business whereby you build a bunch of complexes, what we call stores or plazas in Africa, whereby people give you money as rent. It doesn't matter if it's for a store, if it's for a house. You can actually reinvest this income, or you can actually use this income in development of your own family, whereby you don't have to go to Western Union, you don't have to go to VIA to send money, over there. These businesses are already fetching you money that you just have to, give it to your family members, where you don't have to bother yourself anymore that, okay, I'm earning $3,000, so I'm going to literally, put out $200 or $300. I'm going to send my mom, I'm going to send my dad, my sister's education, my brother's work. You don't have to do all that because you already have a business set up in Africa that works. Another thing is, I always say that we should not have the spirit of forgetfulness, whereby we know where we came from, we know how we got here, we know that we literally, came here for better education, for better life, but, we need to also ask ourselves that, why do the Americans, why do the British, why do the French have a better system? Why are these systems working? The reason is that they invested in their own system for it to work. Now, I do understand that, we can always, think about how corrupt, the system is in Africa, but India is just as corrupt. So, but they're doing way more better. Businesses are thriving. A lot of Indians are going back to India to actually create businesses that would literally create more revenue for, generations and generations to come. And if you are in a place that you don't even know what kind of business, like, how do I invest? What do I even invest in that would be able to generate funds, for me? And it's a free video for anybody. Like, I am a Nigerian, and in my country, there is a lot of problems. There's a whole lot of problems. And, as a business person, you want to think, how do I solve these problems? How do I gain money? How do I create revenue from solving problems, right? And the one key thing that I realize is that there are a whole lot of industries where you can thrive. I do know that the forex it's dying right now in Nigeria. The Nigerian naira is totally crashing to the to the American dollar. However, there are systems that you can actually build in place that will protect you from that. That will be in another video. However, I'm going to share, a few businesses in that video as well on, in detail on literally like how you can scale these businesses that they can give you a lot of money, 5 years time, 10 years time. You need to always have a plan in business, like, and anybody that, is in business will tell you that. But I'm just going to share a little few hints of things that can benefit both the people in Africa as well as yourself. For example, if you were to, build a school, an educational system whereby you can generate money from, better education, more quality education. It's no secret that most of our schools in Africa are using curriculums that are 40 or 50 years old. There's really no new curriculum in our schools. So, most of our young are basically studying things that most likely are not even true anymore, because as life goes on, things change. Something that was proven 40 years ago may not be true today, but you find out that people are still studying those things as facts, or they're true today. So you can update that curriculum, you can provide them quality education. Something that, shout out to Michael Blackson. He did something like that in Ghana, and he's thriving. Those students are getting quality education, better educational system, and because he's able to do that because of his love for Ghana, his love for his people. And it's an investment. It gives him prestige wherever he goes to. Wherever he wants to go make a business plan in any boardroom, they give him respect for that, because that's not something that you see a lot of Africans doing. So another thing you want to also look into is the hospitality business. There's a lot of different types that falls under this bracket. For example, you can go into hotel management, hotel business, which is very lucrative for folks that know how to do it. To set it right, to build that from down up, you can make a lot of money, while investing in hotels. Another thing is, setting up a business whereby, like you find it here, you go to homes whereby, old people pay a lot of money. I was actually in one of these homes, and I discovered that people are paying as high as $300,000-$400,000 to buy into a subscription whereby they can get quality medical care, attention, and food all included. People sell their houses when they're old because there's no one else to take good care of them, and they buy into these businesses and they get well taken care of in these businesses. There's something like that you can actually do in Africa, whereby you can generate good money, because there's a lot of old people that are not being taken care of, that their children are working in the cities, be it in Lagos, Kampala, Accra, and these people are unable to give their parents quality education. And if you go and look at the lifespan, the average lifespan of people in Africa, you see that it's going down. You find out that people dying at age 67. I mean, that's literally like the normal age where people just chill here in the United States because they lack good quality healthcare over there as well. Which brings me to hospitals, like setting up like hospitals, setting up like pharmaceuticals, whereby people can actually go and get quality medicine, that they can help them in terms of like living longer health wise. Another thing that you can also think about is setting up tech companies. There are a lot of problems in Africa that, just from a phone, you can actually like, help somebody, beat security issues whereby people can just access an app and then get quality security just from there. Or like you go into like things that can help in terms of like power as well. There are a lot of different industries that are wide open for people to come into, and actually make a huge amount of money from. Do not look at Africa and just say, what, there's nothing there for me. I feel like there's a lot there, because if there weren't anything there, we won't see a lot of foreigners coming into Africa to take their own bread. We need to be able to come together and have that bread with them. Another thing that I would like to talk about is oil and gas. We all know that Africa is massive when it comes to natural resources. We know that's true in Nigeria. We know that's true in Congo. We know that's true in a lot of countries in Africa. And the problem seems to be, how do we basically refine these products? How do we basically set up a good structure, a good distribution structure whereby we can set the price? Right now, the foreigners are setting the price for us, and we just sell because we can pull this stuff from the ground. I feel like if we are able to set up a good structure whereby we, set up a distribution that is solid, we are able to sell the foreign price, and then they have to buy at that price. We have diamonds, we have gold, we have uraniums, we have a lot of different natural resources that are available for Africa to tap in, and we are sleeping on that money. So I would always like make advice for people that whenever they go abroad, they shouldn't just say, oh, that's done, because the reason why you're going to that foreign country is to get knowledge. And once you get that knowledge, you need to reinvest that knowledge from where you came from, because that is why, we are going to be able to limit the amount of inflow through the Mediterranean Sea for better life, because those people that are able to get outside need to be able to go back in to actually erect a system that would better serve our people. We are in a time whereby a lot of people do not like people of our color. A lot of people think that we bring, disrespect, we bring a bad taste or bad color to their system. And we need to show them that we are able to build from there as well. We're able to make our own things happen for us. And that's why I keep, this channel is to just give our African brothers, our African sisters, tell them that they can do it too. They can make it if they are interested and if they try. You can fail, don't get me wrong. It's not easy, but get that spirit. We are Africans and we need to basically show the world how great we are. And that's what my message is today. Thank you very much. Have a good day.